Welcome back to the channel, fellas. Today we got a little bit of change of scenery. We're up in the mountains. Here it's beautiful. We're surrounded by woodland. Got a nice little rock pile going, a little wood bridge over there. But we got a new toy. This thing is gonna be great on the rocks. This is my Scx24 Gladiator. Put some new wheels on there. Wheels and tires to get the weight a little bit lower down, and some brass hubs in there. You can't really see them. They're in there, I promise. But today, we got a new one. A newer one. I didn't do anything. Some wheel spacers. And the ESC mounting plate and shock towers. Look at the quality of those. All right, before we continue, I wanted to show you what these are. They're called suspension links, and what they do is they connect from the skid plate to the axle, just to kind of keep the axle in place and allow for some suspension movement in order to have a little bit more forgiveness on the rocks. Now for a building montage. All right, guys, got the links fitted, looking nice and shiny. So I started fitting one of the axles, and the screws I noticed that they came with, see, it sticks out really far past the mount there, and I kind of don't like that. So I have a whole nother like container of screws here I'm going to dig through and try to find the right length. All right, we got the back axle mounted. It took forever for me to figure out how those links go together on the axle, despite me having two reference guides right there. I'm going to put the front axle on now. I'm not going to bother filming it because it's basically the same thing. Just like that, we got the front and the rear axles fitted with those beautiful suspension links. Next up, the ESC plate and shock mounts. Look at the quality of those aluminum parts. Very nice. I don't know what these spacers are for. I'll have to figure it out. It has been quite some time since I fitted those shock mounts. It is now nighttime. I'm now in the basement. They were a pain in the butt. I got these front ones mounted as well as the ESC plate. I had some trouble with the screws. They didn't want to work with me, but I finally figured out how to get those oriented. Dang it. The ESC, in its stock form, is just stuck on with some like double-sided foam type stuff. It's really easy to take off. You really just need to pull really hard. To get it on there, I literally just used like a piece of tape that I folded in half and stuck it on there. Super easy. So now what we're gonna do next is fit the shocks. All right, guys, got the front shocks mounted on there. They're looking nice and sweet. So I figured out these spacers right here are actually supposed to go in between the shock mount and the actual shock. But luckily, these shocks came with a little like side that was thicker so that it already clears the frame, so we won't need it. Another thing while I'm on the topic is these servo savers up here. The only thing that drives me crazy about these vehicles, you see how it's separating right there instead of turning with the servo? It's supposed to save your servo, so if you're bound on a rock and you try to steer, this will come apart just like that instead of, you know, destroying your servo. All you need to do is grab an Allen key. This is 1.5 millimeter. Get it in there and you just tighten that sucker all the way, well, not all the way down, but down enough to where it'll quit doing that. And I found you need to be a little more careful with it so you don't destroy your servo, but it runs a lot better. Alright, we got the rear shocks and the front shocks mounted. My next problem is to find a way to mount the battery. And what I'm thinking is this 3D printed plate kind of fits nicely in this little crevice here in between the frame rails. Might be able to get some of these screws in there. I was kind of looking at it and, you know, maybe it might work and get some Velcro. Stick it on what I've done here to this one. I just have a plate back there and with Velcro on it and just stick it and it stays. So I'm thinking about doing the same thing here. All right, I got the one screw in on that side, but on this side, look, it's stripped. So I'm just gonna use a longer screw and screw it into this little plastic bit. It's Velcro time. Put it on wrong. Battery's facing the wrong way. Perfect. Now to get the wheels on. Also, in a future video, this is the Rock Hobby 112 MB Scaler. It's a Willys Jeep. It's got locked diffs, 2-speed transmission, steering wheel, servo, scale realism. The windshield folds down. It is just loaded with cool features. We'll take that in a future video. All right, now for the wheel spacers. This is everything you get in the package. 4 pins, 4 spacers, and 4, I guess you could call those nuts. How it works is you get one of these pins. You stick it through there. Grab one of these. Put it on there. Grab your wheel. Put it on there. Then you grab this little bit and stick it through the hole right there. From there, you just tighten it down. Right, I'll put the rest on and see you in a sec. Test run commence! Get the transmitter. Oh, I left it on. I don't remember doing that. Don't do that, that's bad for the batteries. Alright guys, we got it all set up. Wheels, tires, shocks, links, and ESC battery all there. Do we have throttle? Yes. Do we have steering? Yes. Tomorrow we'll have to take it out for a rip when it's light and not, you know, pitch black. Alright, it is officially a new day. One thing I forgot to do was mount the body, so we're going to do that real quick. Okay, I dug through all of my spare parts and I don't have any more body mounts, but what I did notice is back here, those two bumper mounts back there, they fit perfectly in between the two rails. So that kind of keeps the back in place. Now I need to figure out the front, and I'm thinking I might need more Velcro. Oh, come on. Why are these so hard? Yeah, good enough. Alright, I got it retrofitted until I can get some body mounts, but I think that looks pretty sweet. What do you guys think? Okay, let's plug in the battery and get out on the rocks. Woo! Okay, let's go. Alrighty, got a challenge. First, you gotta come over the rocks, over the big rock, over the stick bridge of stickiness, down that rock, around this way, up, back that same rock, over here, and through the finish line. Let's see if she'll do it. Alright, up the first couple of rocks.
It's about drive.
Coming around nice and easy. Oh boy.
Bruh.
Just barely hanging on. Oh.
I can't believe you've done this.
Alright, reset number 1. Coming around. Uh-oh. Saved it. Alright, now the stick bridge of stickiness. If you don't line it up perfectly. Reset number 2. Easy, easy. Made it to the first rock. Uh-oh. Oh, we're sliding, we're sliding, we're sliding. Reset number 3. Made it to number 1 rock. Made it to number 2 rock. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes. No. Reset number 4. Around the bend. Come on. Come on. Reset number
6.
All right. Last stretch. Easy, easy, easy. Nice, 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 nice. Man, they are just all over the place. Now he runs like a fool now that I have stick to protect myself.
Run.
Back in the shop. It performed great. Although a few things I would change is actually get some body mounts, because these, while they hold up great, they don't look great. And it sits really high, which is great for a lot of things. It gets more clearance right here, but when you're trying to go over stuff, the suspension isn't really soft. So what I'm thinking is maybe take out these springs inside of the shocks, maybe if it'll sit a little lower. Well, hello there. overall, super happy with this build, guys. I love building it. I love getting the parts together. I love the look of it. I love everything. Now, in the future, maybe I'll fit a light bar, a more powerful motor, maybe some accessories. Stick around to find out. See you guys next time.